If you were born before 1965 and you live in France, or if you have a parent, a grandpa, or a loved one who falls into that birth year cohort, there is a letter that may already be on its way to your address right now. And the reason I need you to watch this before that letter arrives is not because the letter is going to explain what you need to know. It is because the letter is almost certainly not going to explain what you need to know. It is going to tell you that something has changed. It may tell you what category of change apply to your situation. What it is very unlikely to tell you is what your options are, what the deadline attached to those options mean in practice, and what you need to do in the next several weeks to protect a pension that you spent on entire working life building contribution by contribution. Three changes affecting people born before 1965 are coming into effect in France right now. One of them change how the full pension rate is calculated for people in this birth year cohort who have not yet reached their retirement date. One of them modify the rule around pension reversion for surviving spouse in way that are creating significant confusion among people who believed their entitlement was already settled. And the third one, the one that I want you to stay through the entire video to understand, affects something that most retirees in this cohort have never been told they have the right to challenge, and that challenge window has a deadline that is approaching faster than most people realize. I want to be clear with you about something before we go any further. None of what I am going to tell you today is designed to alarm you unnecessarily. I am not going to suggest that your pension is disappearing or that the French retirement system is collapsing. What I am going to give you is the specific, practical information that official communication are not providing in language that ordinary people can actually act on. Because in 12 years of working in French retirement law and social protection, the pattern I have seen repeat without exception is this. The people who know what their rights are and who act on them in time receive what they are entitled to. The people who wait for the system to explain itself to them, or who assume that things will sort themselves out automatically, consistently receive less than they deserve. And once a pension calculation is accepted and a payment pattern is established, reversing it requires a formal process that most people do not know exists and that has time limit that most people discover too late. My name is Henri Marchand. I have spent more than 12 years working as a specialist in French retirement law, complementary pension system, and social protection rights. I have sat with individual and family navigating pension transition, challenging incorrect calculation, and understanding entitlement that the official system never proactively communicated to them. What I do is translate the administrative language of the pension system into the plain French, and in this case the plain English, that you need to protect what belongs to you. And today, for people born before 1965, that translation has never been more urgently needed. Let us begin with the first change, because this is the one that affects the largest number of people in this cohort and that is creating the most immediate confusion around retirement planning. The full pension rate in the French base pension system, what is called the taux plein, is reached either by accumulating the required number of validated quarters of contribution or by reaching the age at which the full rate applies automatically regardless of how many quarters you have accumulated. For people born before 1965 who are still working and approaching their retirement date, the reform that is now being fully implemented changes the required number of quarters for certain birth years in ways that were specified in the legislation but that have not been clearly communicated to the people affected. Here is where the confusion is concentrated. Many people born in the early 1960s planned their retirement based on the contribution requirement that applied to their birth year cohort under the preview rule. The reform modified those requirements for certain birth years, and the modification was phased in gradually enough that some people received their official information statement, their relevé de situation individuelle, before the updated requirements were reflected in the projection. If your retirement projection was generated before the updated requirements were fully integrated into the assurance retraite's calculation system, the pension amount projected in that statement may not accurately reflect what you will receive under the current rule. This matters practically in the following way. If you were planning to retire at a specific date based on a pension projection that told you had reached or were close to reaching the full rate with the CART requirement you understood them, and if the updated requirement mean that the full rate require more CART than your projection reflected, you may be planning to retire into a pension that apply a permanent reduction coefficient, called the DECOT, that your planning did not account for. The DECOT is not a temporary reduction. It is a permanent reduction applied to your base pension for the rest of your life. A decision to retire before you have reached the full rate requirement without understanding that a DECOT apply is one of the most expensive and most irreversible retirement mistake a person can make. Here is what you need to do right now if you are approaching retirement and you were born before 1965. Log into your personal space at l'assurance-retraite.fr and request a new simulation that uses the currently updated CART requirement for your specific birth year. Do not rely on a simulation generated more than 12 months ago. The calculation rule that apply to your core have been updated and only a current simulation will accurately reflect what you will receive if you retire on the date you are currently planning. Compare the CART count currently on file in your relevé de carrière with the number of CART required to reach a full rate under the updated rule for your birth year. If there is a gap, you have a decision to make, and that decision is better made now, with time to adjust your planning, than at the moment you submit your retirement request. If your relevé de carrière show fewer CART than you actually accumulated, because contribution period were not correctly recorded, or because certain type of validated CART, period of illness, maternity, unemployment, or work brought under reciprocal convention, were not credited, you have the right to request a correction before your retirement date. Correction to your relevé de carrière that are processed before you retire affect your pension calculation going forward. Correction requested after you retire are processed differently and may not produce the same result. The timing of identifying and correcting gap in your contribution record is therefore directly financial in its consequence. The second change affect a group within this cohort that is often overlooked in general pension communication but that need specific attention right now. That group is surviving spouse, specifically those who are receiving or who expect to receive a reversion pension from either the base pension system administered by the assurance retraite or from the complementary pension system administered through Agir Carco. The reversion pension is a portion of the deceased spouse's pension entitlement that is transferred to the surviving spouse following their death, subject to conditions that vary between the two systems. The conditions for the assurance retraite reversion have not changed in their fundamental structure, but the income limit above which the reversion is reduced or suspended has been adjusted as part of the Broad pension reform implementation. For some surviving spouses in the pre-1965 birth cohort who are receiving a reversion pension alongside other income source, the income test is being applied with updated threshold that may affect the amount of their reversion. Here is the specific situation that is creating the most concern right now. The income assessment for the reversion pension takes into account all of the recipient's income source, including their own pension, any rental income, certain type of investment income, and other specified revenue. The reform HAS clarified how certain income sources are counted and HAS in some cases resulted in reassessment that are producing letters notifying surviving spouse of change to their reversion amount. Those letters are arriving now, and for many recipients, they are arriving without a clear explanation of why the change is occurring or what option the recipient has to contest the new assessment if they believe it is incorrect. If you are a surviving spouse receiving a reversion pension and you receive a letter notifying you of a change to your amount, there are 3 things you need to do immediately. First, read the letter carefully and note the exact reason given for the change. Second, check whether the income source that the fund states it is including in its assessment are correctly identified, correctly valued, and correctly applied to the income threshold relevant to your situation. Third, if you believe that any income source has been incorrectly included or incorrectly valued, you have the right to submit a formal challenge through your pension fund's administrative recourse process. That challenge must be initiated within a specific time frame from the date of the notification letter. The time frame vary by pension body is typically 1 to 4 months. Missing that window means accepting the new assessment by default. The most common error encountered in reversion income assessment are the inclusion of income source that should be exempt from the calculation, the incorrect attribution of income to the reversion recipient when that income legally belong to a different household member, and the failure to apply deduction or exclusion that the relevant rule allow. None of those errors will be corrected automatically. They will be corrected only if you identify them, document them, and submit a formal correction request through the appropriate process. Now let us talk about the third change, because this is the one I told you to stay through the video to understand. And I want to take the time to explain it carefully because it is the most complex and because the opportunity it creates has a deadline that many people in this cohort are going to miss simply because they do not know the opportunity exists. For people born before 1965 who are already retired and who have been receiving their base pension for at least 2 years, there is a right that exists in the French retirement system that almost nobody exercises because almost nobody knows about it. It is the right to request a full recalculation of your base pension based on a different starting salary reference point, what the system calls a demande de révision du salaire annuel moyen. Here is how the base pension calculation works and why this revision right matters. Your base pension is calculated at a percentage, specifically the top line if you have reached it, of your salaire annuel moyen, your average annual salary over a specific number of your highest earning years. For the full carré pension system, the average is currently calculated over your 25 highest earning years. Those years are identified from your contribution record and are indexed for inflation using a specific revaluation coefficient. The result is the salary reference figure on which your pension percentage is applied. The calculation of your salaire annuel moyen is not a simple average. It involves selecting the years with your highest indexed earning from across your carré, applying the correct revaluation coefficient to each year, and averaging the indexed figure. This is an administrative calculation performed by the pension fund, and like any administrative calculation performed at scale, it is subject to error. Error can arise from incorrect revaluation coefficient applied to certain years, from the exclusion of years that should have been included in the reference period, from the inclusion of years that contain incomplete contribution data that artificially suppressed the earning figure for that year, and from the failure to correctly account for certain categories of remuneration that count towards the reference salary. For people born before 1965 who retired in the period from approximately 2015 to 2022, there is a specific category of calculation error that has been identified at a systemic level and that is the subject of updated guidance issued by the Direction de la Sécurité sociale in connection with the reform implementation. The guidance acknowledged that for certain birth year cohort, the revaluation coefficient applied to earning in specific calendar years were calculated using an index that has since been revised, and that the revision produce a different, and in most cases, salaire annuel moyen than the original calculation produced. The difference is typically not enormous in any single year. But when the corrected coefficient is applied to multiple years across a 25-year reference period, the cumulative effect on the salaire annuel moyen, and therefore on the resulting pension amount, can be meaningful. This is not a situation where the pension fund is going to send you a letter explaining that your pension may have been undercalculated and offering to review it. The guidance was issued to the administrative system. The corrections are being made to field that are flagged through contact with the affected individual or their representative. If you do not make contact, your field is not flagged, the correction is not made, and you continue to receive a pension that is lower than what the corrected calculation would produce. The window for requesting a revision based on the updated revaluation coefficient is limited. Under French Social Security Law, claims for adjustment of a pension on the basis of a calculation error are subject to a prescription period of 5 years from the date when a claimant became aware of the basis for the claim. The publication of the updated guidance, which occurred in connection with the reform implementation, is being treated as a starting date for awareness in case where the retiree was not previously informed of the calculation issue. That means the 5-year clock for people who retired before 2021 is either already running or is about to begin running, depending on the specific circumstance and the specific pension fund involved. I want to be precise about what I am asking you to do, because I do not want anyone watching this to take action that is not appropriate to their specific situation. The revision process is not something to pursue without first determining whether it is relevant to your situation. Here is how you make that determination. Go to l'assurance-retraite.fr and access your personal space. Download your avis de concession de retraite, the document that was issued when your pension was established and that shows calculation of your salaire annuel moyen in detail. Specifically, look at the list of years included in the calculation and the indexed earning figure attributed to each year. Compare the indexed figure against your own record of your earning in those years, applying the revaluation coefficient that were in force at the time of your retirement. This comparison requires some calculation, and if you are not comfortable doing it yourself, it is something that a specialist in retirement law or a CARSA social worker can help you with at no cost. If the comparison reveals a discrepancy, meaning if the indexed earning figure the fund applied to any year in your reference period appear to be lower than what the correct coefficient would produce, you have a potential basis for requesting a revision. The formal request is submitted à demande de révision through your CARSA Regional Office, the Caisse d'assurance retraite et de la santé au travail for your geographical area. The request should include your identification information, your pension reference number, the specific years you believe were incorrectly calculated, and what their documentation support your position. The CARSA is obligated to respond to a formal revision request. The response must address the basis for your request and either confirm that a calculation was correct or provide a revised calculation if an error is identified. If the revised calculation produces a high pension amount, the CARSA should also address a question of back payment for the period during which you were underpaid, within the limit of the applicable prescription period. I want to say something important about the emotional dimension of this kind of process, because I have worked with enough people navigating it to know that a barrier is not always informational. Some people who know about these rights hesitate to exercise them because challenging an administrative calculation feel presumptuous, or because they worry that initiating a review might draw attention to their feeling that could produce negative consequences, or because the process feels overwhelming and they do not know where to start. I want to address each of those concerns directly. Challenging an administrative calculation is not presumptuous. It is the exercise of a right that exists in the law specifically because administrative calculations at scale are imperfect and because individuals have the right to ensure that their specific field was processed correctly. The pension fund is not your adversary in this process. It is an institution administering a system, and when that system produces an incorrect result for your field, it has an obligation to correct it. A revision request is not a complaint against the fund. It is a request for a review that the system is designed to accommodate. Initiating a review does not create risk of negative consequences. A review of your calculation produces either a confirmation that the original was correct or a correction that increases your payment. There is no mechanism by which a revision request could result in a reduction of a correctly calculated pension. The process is structured to protect retirees from error, not to create new exposure for them. And for the feeling of being overwhelmed by the process, the most direct answer is that you do not have to navigate it alone. The CARSA Regional Office offers free advice sessions specifically for retirees who have questions about their pension calculation. The National Retiree Advocacy Organization including the Union nationale des retraités et personnes âgées operate advice service accessible by telephone and in some regions in person. And for situations where the potential amount involved justify a investment, a specialist in droit de la retraite can review your situation and advise you on whether a formal revision process is warranted and how to conduct it effectively. Let me also address something that I know is on the minds of some people watching this, which is the question of what happens if you are approaching retirement rather than already retired, and you are trying to understand whether this change affect your planning in way that require you to reconsider your timeline. For people born between 1960 and 1964 who are in the 4 to 8 years before their planned retirement date, the most important action right now are the verification of your relevé de carrière that is described in relation to the first change, and the obtaining of accurate simulation from the assurance retraite that reflect a updated carte requirement for your specific birth year. If that simulation produces a projection that is meaningfully different from what you were expecting, you have time to adjust. You may have time to accumulate additional carte through continued work. You may have the option of validating period of voluntary contribution. You may have carry period that were not correctly counted in your relevé de carrière and that, if corrected, would close the gap between your current count and the requirement for the full rate. None of those options are available after you have retired. They require action while you are still in your working career, and the window for taking that action is determined by your planned retirement date. The practical action list I want to leave you with today cover both those who are already retired and those who are approaching retirement. If you are already retired and you were born before 1965, the priority are these. Download your avis de concession de retraite from l'assurance-retraite.fr and review the calculation of your salaire annuel moyen against your own record. Contact your CARSA if you identify any discrepancy or if you want a specialist to review the calculation for you. If you are a surviving spouse receiving a reversion pension, check whether you have received or are likely to receive a notification of a change to your amount, and if so, act within the time frame specified in that notification to contest any error you identify. And take note of the 5-year prescription period for revision claim, understand when that clock started running in your specific case, and initiate any revision request before the window close. If you are approaching retirement and you were born before 1965, the priority are these. Request accurate simulation from l'assurance-retraite.fr that reflect a updated carte requirement for your birth year. Verify your relevé de carrière for completeness and request correction for any missing period before you submit your retirement request. Do not make a decision about your retirement date based on simulation generated under the preview rule without confirming that those simulations remain accurate under the current rule. And if any aspect of your situation is complex, including period of work abroad, carry change between different pension contribution sector, or situation where you accumulated carte under multiple professional regime, consider a consultation with a specialist before finalizing your retirement date. I want to close with something that I think is more important than any of the specific technical information I have shared today. The reason this situation arise, the reason so many people in France receive pensions that are lower than what they are entitled to and never discover the discrepancy, is not because the system is designed to steal from them. It is because a system that administers pensions for 10 millions of people can hold every individual lesson through every calculation and every entitlement. The system publishes the rule. It sends the notification. It processes what it achieves. The responsibility for verifying that your specific field is correct, that your specific entitlements are being applied, and that your specific deadlines are being met, rests with you. That distribution of responsibility is not fair in an ideal world. In an ideal world, the system would proactively identify every error and correct it without being asked. But in the world we actually live in, the distinction between the retirés who receive what they deserve and the retirés who receive less than they deserve is almost always a distinction between the person who checked and the person who assumed everything was fine. You have now checked. And you know what to look for. Please understand that everything I have shared today is general information based on French pension law and social protection rule as they apply in 2020. It is not personal legal or financial advice for your individual situation. The specific rule that apply to your case depend on your contribution history, your birth year, your employment sector, and many other individual factors. Always verify your specific situation directly with the assurance retraite, your CARSA, your Agir Carco Fund, or a qualified specialist before taking formal action based on this information. If this helped you understand something you needed to know before that letter arrive, do one thing. Share it with one person you know who was born before 1965. Because the most important pension information is information that reach the right person at the right time. And the right time is before the letter comes, not after. I will see you in the next video.